Blood. Blood is the red liquid in your body.
I cut my finger and got blood on my shirt.
Burn. To burn something is to set it on fire.
I burned some wood in the campfire.
Cell. A cell is a small room where a person is locked in.
The jail cell was very small.
Contain. To contain something is to have it inside.
The mailbox contained a letter.
Correct. To be correct is to be right.
All of my answers on the test were correct.
Crop. A crop is food that a farmer grows.
Wheat is a crop that is made into bread.
Demand. To demand something is to say strongly that you want it.
The workers demanded to be paid more money.
Equal. To be equal is to be the same.
Both students are equal in age.
Feed. To feed is to give food.
Mother feeds my baby brother every day.
Hole. A hole is an opening in something.
The man was going to jump into the hole in the ice.
Increase. To increase something is to make it larger or more.
They've increased the price of gas by 15 cents.
Lord. Long ago, a lord was a man in charge of a town.
The lord of the town was not kind.
Owe. To owe is to have to pay or give back something received from another.
I owed him $20, so I paid him back.
Position. A position is the way something is placed.
How can you sit in that position?
Raise. To raise something is to lift it up.
We had to work together to raise the last piece.
Responsible. If a person is responsible, they do the right things.
I tried to be responsible and save money.
Sight. A sight is something interesting to see.
I saw the pyramids of Egypt. What a sight!
Spot. A spot is a place where something happens.
The kitchen is a good spot to eat meals.
Structure. A structure is a building.
They just built a beautiful new structure downtown.
Whole. Whole means all of something.
I ate the whole pie. We don't have any more.
Coach. A coach is a person who teaches sports.
My coach gets very excited during games.
Control. To control something is to make it do what you want.
To control the TV, just push the buttons.
Description. A description of someone or something says what they are like.
I gave a description of the man with the gun and hat to the police.
Direct. If something is direct, it goes straight between two places.
The green path is a direct route to my house.
Exam. An exam is a test.
I did some practice questions for the math exam on the board.
Example. An example of something is a thing that is typical of it.
Cola is an example of a soft drink.
Limit. A limit is the largest or smallest amount of something that you allow.
My mother put a limit on how much I could use the phone.
Local. If something is local, it is nearby.
The local market in my neighborhood sells all the food we need.
Magical. Magical describes a quality that makes someone or something special.
The fireworks made the night sky look so magical.
Mail. Mail is letters and other things sent to people.
I get a lot of mail because I have friends all over the world.
Novel. A novel is a book that tells a story.
He wrote a great novel about ancient China.
Outline. An outline is the plan for a story or essay.
Before I wrote my essay, I made an outline.
Poet. A poet is a person who writes poems.
William Shakespeare was one of the greatest poets.
Print. To print something is to put it onto paper.
Make sure that you print your name clearly.
Scene. A scene is one part of a book or movie.
A movie is made up of many short pieces or scenes.
Sheet. A sheet is a thin, flat piece of paper.
I only needed a single sheet of paper to do my homework.
Silly. If someone or something is silly, they show a lack of thought.
I made a silly mistake of dropping Mom's vase.
Store. A store is a place where you can buy things.
I picked up a few things at the grocery store.
Suffer. To suffer is to feel pain.
Her headache made her suffer all day.
Technology. Technology is new things made by using science.
He loves technology, such as laptop computers.
Across. To go across something is to go to the other side of it.
He walked across the board to the other side.
Breathe. To breathe means to let air go in and out of your body.
We need strong, healthy lungs to help us breathe well.
Characteristic. A characteristic is something that shows what a person or a thing is like.
One characteristic of tigers is their black stripes.
Consume. To consume something means to eat or drink it.
Jack consumed a whole plate of spaghetti.
Excite. To excite someone means to make them happy and interested.
I heard about the school dance on Friday. This excited me.
Extreme. If something is extreme, it is in a large amount or degree.
His workout was so extreme that he was sweating heavily.
Fear. Fear is the feeling of being afraid.
I have a great fear of skateboarding.
Fortunate. If you are fortunate, you are lucky.
I was fortunate to get a seat.
Happen. If someone happens to do something, they do it by chance.
I happened to meet some new friends at school today.
Length. The length of something is how long it is from one end to the other.
The length of the floor is 3 meters.
Mistake. A mistake is something you do wrong.
My boss always yells at me when I make a mistake.
Observe. To observe something is to watch it.
Ryan observed the sun rising over the mountains.
Opportunity. An opportunity is a chance to do something.
I had an opportunity to take pictures in the jungle.
Prize. A prize is something of value that is given to the winner.
I won a prize for getting the best grade on my science test.
Race. A race is a contest to see who is the fastest.
Paul is a fast runner, so he easily won the race.
Realize. To realize is to suddenly understand.
After I left my house, I realized that I left the light on.
Respond. To respond is to give an answer to what someone else said.
When the teacher asked the question, we all responded.
Risk. A risk is a chance of something bad happening.
I took a risk and climbed the snowy mountain.
Wonder. To wonder is to ask yourself questions or have a need to know.
The young mother wondered if she'd have a boy or a girl.
Yet. Yet is used to say something has not happened up to now.
We can't go out yet. We're still eating.
Academy. An academy is a special type of school.
There are many courses taught at the academy that I go to.
Ancient. If something is ancient, it is very old.
I want to see the ancient buildings in Rome.
Board. A board is a flat piece of wood.
The sign was made of a few wooden boards.
Century. A century is 100 years.
Our company is celebrating a century of business in London.
Clue. A clue is a fact or object that helps solve a mystery or crime.
The detective found some clues on the sidewalk.
Concert. A concert is an event where you listen to people play music.
I enjoyed the concert last night. The band was very good.
County. A county is the largest political division of a state in the U.S.
He wanted to represent the citizens of his county.
Dictionary. A dictionary is a book that tells you what words mean.
I use the dictionary to learn new words.
Exist. To exist is to be real.
Do you really think that unicorns ever existed?
Flat. Flat describes something that is level and smooth with no curved parts.
My parents bought a new flat-screen TV over the weekend.
Gentleman. A gentleman is a nice man.
My grandfather is a kind and helpful gentleman.
Hidden. Hidden means to be not easily noticed or too hard to find.
The hidden camera recorded everything in the parking lot.
Maybe. Maybe is used to show that something is possible or may be true.
If I focus hard enough, maybe I can come up with the right answer.
Officer. An officer is a leader in the army.
The soldiers followed the orders of the officer.
Original. If something is original, it is the first one of that thing.
This is the original painting of the Mona Lisa.
Pound. To pound something is to hit it many times with a lot of force.
He pounded the nail with the hammer.
Process. A process is the steps to take to do something.
Making a cake is a long process.
Publish. To publish a book is to get it printed and ready to sell.
That company publishes daily newspapers.
Theater. A theater is a building where you watch plays, shows, and movies.
We went to the theater to see a play.
Wealth. Wealth is a large amount of money.
One of the most important things to some people is wealth.
Appreciate. To appreciate something is to understand its good qualities.
I can appreciate the lovely scenery.
Available. If something is available, it means you can get it.
There were many seats available in the room.
Beat. To beat someone means to do better than they do.
I managed to beat everyone in the race.
Bright. If something is bright, it shows a lot of light.
The bright light from the explosion hurt my eyes.
Celebrate. To celebrate is to do something to show that an event is special.
We all celebrated when we heard the great news.
Determine. To determine means to choose or make a decision.
He tried to determine which one to eat first.
Disappear. To disappear means to go away or not be seen.
The top of the building is disappearing in the clouds.
Else. If you talk about something else, you talk about something different.
I wanted a bike for my birthday, but I got something else.
Fair. Fair describes treating someone in a way that is reasonable or right.
He sold me his car for a fair price.
Flow. To flow is to move easily and continuously in one direction.
The water flowed over the rocks and into the lake.
Forward. If you move forward, you move in the direction in front of you.
When he saw his mother, the baby crawled forward to her.
Hill. A hill is a round area of land. It is higher than the land around it.
The sun was rising above the green hills.
Level. A level is a point on a scale that measures something.
Please check the level of the temperature.
Lone. If someone or something is lone, they are the only one of that kind.
A lone man walked along the street.
Puddle. A puddle is a pool of liquid on the ground.
When the ice melted, it formed a puddle.
Response. A response is the answer to a question.
He asked if I was sad. My response was no.
Season. A season is a time of the year. Spring, summer, fall, or winter.
Fall is a warm season, while winter is very cold.
Solution. A solution is a way to solve a problem.
There are many problems. We need solutions.
Waste. To waste means to carelessly use something all up.
Turn off the water so you don't waste it.
Weather. You use whether when you must choose between two things.
I could not decide whether to go left or right.
Argue. To argue is to angrily speak to someone because you do not agree.
We argued about where to go for dinner.
Communicate. To communicate is to give information by talking, writing, etc.
I communicated with Paul about his new ideas.
Crowd. A crowd is a large group of people.
A large crowd had gathered on the street to see the accident.
Depend. To depend on someone or something is to need them.
Children depend on their parents for many things.
Dish. A dish is a plate.
She put a clean white dish on the table.
Empty. If something is empty, it does not have anything in it.
My gas tank was almost empty, so I couldn't drive my car very long.
Exact. If something is exact, it is just the right amount.
Please use the exact amount of sugar for the cake.
Fresh. If something is fresh, it is new.
I just bought these oranges. They are very fresh.
Gather. To gather is to collect several things, usually from different places.
Sam gathered some flowers for his mother.
Indicate. To indicate means to show, point, or make something clear.
He pointed to his eyes to indicate where he had hurt himself.
Item. An item is a thing that you buy or sell.
I have many items for school in my bag.
Offer. To offer is to present someone with something.
He offered me the keys to his car.
Price. The price of something is how much it costs.
What is the price of this item?
Product. A product is something that is made.
My sister has many beauty products in her room.
Property. Property is something that someone owns.
The house is now my property.
Purchase. To purchase something is to buy it.
I recently purchased a new car.
Recommend. To recommend something is to say that someone should do it.
My doctor recommended that I get some exercise.
Select. To select something is to choose it.
I hope that I selected the right answers on the test.
Tool. A tool is something that helps you do a task.
We used a tool to fix the window.
Treat. To treat is to act in a certain way toward someone.
The cats treated the mouse very nicely.
Alive. If someone or something is alive, they are not dead.
My grandparents are still alive, even though they are over 90.
Bone. A bone is a hard part of the body.
I brought home a nice bone for my dog.
Bother. To bother is to make the effort to do something.
No one bothered to wash the dishes today.
Captain. A captain is the person who leads a ship or airplane.
The captain sailed his ship to Australia.
Conclusion. The conclusion of something is the final part of it.
At the conclusion of the race, the spectators cheered for the winner.
Doubt is a feeling of not being sure.
I have doubt that the story is true.
Explore. To explore is to look for new places.
He wants to explore the world and see new things.
Foreign. If something is foreign, it is from a different country.
Mexican food is a popular foreign food.
Glad. If you are glad, you are happy.
I am glad you came to my party.
However. However means despite or not being influenced by something.
She is a great cook. However, she never had professional lessons.
Injustice. Injustice is a lack of fairness or justice.
Putting an innocent person in jail is an act of injustice.
International. If something is international, it involves more than one country.
The United Nations is a powerful international organization.
Lawyer. A lawyer works with the law and represents people in court.
The lawyer left the courthouse after the judge made her decision.
Mention. To mention something is to talk about it.
The doctors mentioned the problems that the patient was having.
Policy. A policy is a rule.
He told us that his policy was to put customers first.
Social. If something is social, it is about many people in a community.
People should come together and fix the world's social problems.
Speech. A speech is something said to a group of people.
She gave a speech to the class.
Staff. A staff is a group of people working together in a company.
My dad has a staff of 4 people to help him at the office.
Toward. If you go toward something, you go closer to it.
Santa walked toward my house with a special tree.
Wood. Wood is the thing that trees are made of.
I put the pieces of wood in a pile.
Achieve. To achieve something is to successfully do it after trying hard.
I was happy that I could achieve my goal.
Advise. To advise someone is to tell them what to do.
My mother often advises people about their money.
Already. If something happens already, it happens before a certain time.
It is already time for the movie to start. Let's go in.
Basic. If something is basic, it is very simple or easy.
I learned some basic English skills in school today.
Bit. A bit is a small amount of something.
I ate a bit of chocolate before I went to bed.
Consider. To consider something means to think about it.
Pete didn't like his job. He considered getting a new one.
Destroy. To destroy means to damage something so badly that it cannot be used.
The glass was destroyed.
Entertain. To entertain someone is to do something that they enjoy.
The clown entertained the kids at the party.
Extra. If something is extra, it is more than what is needed.
The squirrel had extra nuts for the winter.
Goal. A goal is something you work toward.
Her goal was to become a doctor.
Lie. To lie is to say or write something untrue to deceive someone.
Whenever Pinocchio lied to his father, his nose grew.
Meat. Meat is food made of animals.
This piece of meat I'm eating tastes very good.
Opinion. An opinion is a thought about a person or a thing.
Meg told me her opinion of my story. She said it was not funny.
Real. If something is real, it actually exists.
The handbag has a stamp on it, so it's real.
Reflect. To reflect is when a surface sends back light, heat, sound, or an image.
Her face was reflected on the smooth glass.
Regard. To regard someone or something is to think of them in a certain way.
The boy regarded the girl as a good friend.
Serve. To serve someone is to give them food or drinks.
He served us our drinks quickly.
Vegetable. A vegetable is a plant used as food.
Carrots are my favorite vegetable.
War. A war is a big fight between two groups of people.
Many young men died in the war.
Worth. If something is worth an amount of money, it costs that amount.
Our house is worth a lot of money.
Appear. To appear is to seem.
She appeared to be sad. She was crying.
Base. The base is the bottom of something.
The base of the table has 3 legs.
Brain. The brain is the organ in your head that lets you think.
You must use your brain to solve the problem.
Career. A career is a job that you do for a large part of your life.
He was in the hospitality business for most of his career.
Clerk. A clerk is a type of worker. Clerks in a store help customers.
The clerk added up her bill for the groceries.
Effort. Effort is hard work or an attempt to do something.
He always puts a lot of effort into his studies.
Enter. To enter a place is to go into it.
2 guards greeted me as I entered the front door.
Excellent. When something is excellent, it is very good.
I got an excellent score on my school test.
Hero. A hero is a brave person who does things to help others.
To children, the man in the blue and red costume was a real hero.
Hurry. To hurry is to do something quickly.
I hurried home on my bike.
Inform. To inform someone is to tell them about something.
I called and informed her about my idea.
Later. Later means after the present, expected or usual time.
She missed the train, so she'll arrive a little later than expected.
Leave. To leave means to go away from someone or something.
He packed his bag and was ready to leave for home.
Locate. To locate something is to find it.
I could not locate my keys in the house.
Nurse. A nurse is a person who helps sick people in the hospital.
A nurse helped me get better.
Operation. An operation is when a doctor replaces or removes something in the body.
The operation on my arm was a success.
Pain. Pain is the feeling that you have when you are hurt.
His head was full of pain.
Refuse. To refuse something is to say no to it.
The dog refused to play with the cat.
Though. Though is used when the second idea makes the first seem surprising.
Though he was overweight, he liked to be active.
Various. If something is various, there are many types of it.
She owned shoes of various styles.
Actual. Actual means that something is real or true.
This is the actual sword that the king owned, not a fake one.
Amaze. To amaze someone is to surprise them very much.
The news in the paper amazed Jack.
Charge. A charge is the price to pay for something.
The charge for the shirts was $15.
Comfort. To comfort someone means to make them feel better.
I wanted to comfort my friend after I heard the bad news.
Contact. To contact someone is to speak or write to them.
I contacted Sue about my party.
Customer. A customer is a person who buys something at a store.
The customer put a few items in a bag.
Deliver. To deliver something is to take it from one place to another.
The man delivered Chinese food to my house.
Earn. To earn means to get money for the work you do.
He earns his living as a chef in a great restaurant.
Gate. A gate is a type of door. Gates are usually made of metal or wood.
We want to put up a wooden gate around our house.
Include. To include something means to have it as part of a group.
Does this meal include a soft drink?
Manage. To manage something means to control or be in charge of it.
I had to manage the meeting myself.
Mystery. A mystery is something that is difficult to understand or explain.
The path on the map was a complete mystery to me.
Occur. To occur means to happen.
When did the thunderstorm occur?
Opposite. If A is the opposite of B, A is completely different from B.
The opposite of black is white.
Plate. A plate is a flat, round thing that you put food on.
I put my plate down so I could put some food on it.
Receive. To receive something is to get it.
I received a present on my birthday.
Reward. A reward is something given in exchange for good behavior or work.
He was given a reward for his excellent performance.
Set. To set something is to put it somewhere.
Please set the dice down on the table.
Steal. To steal is to take something that is not yours.
The men tried to steal money from the bank.
Thief. A thief is someone who quietly takes things that do not belong to them.
A thief broke into our home and took my mother's jewelry.
Advance. To advance is to go forward.
He advanced up the ladder slowly.
Athlete. An athlete is a person who plays sports.
Some athletes can play many sports very well.
Average. If something is average, it is at a normal level.
I'm not rich or poor. I'm average.
Behavior. Your behavior is the way you act.
Their behavior was good this semester. They didn't cause trouble.
Behind. Behind means to be at the back of something.
The little girl was hiding behind a tree.
Course. A course is a class in school.
I took a PE course in school this year.
Lower. To lower something is to make it go down.
The chart shows how his production has lowered over the year.
Match. To match is to be the same or similar.
The two shoes matched. They looked the same.
Member. A member is a person who is part of a group.
Julie is the newest member of our team.
Mental. If something is mental, it has to do with your mind.
I made a mental picture of the room.
Passenger. A passenger is a person who rides in a car, train, or airplane.
One passenger was standing in the subway train.
Personality. Your personality is what you are like and how you behave.
John has a bad personality.
Poem. A poem is a short kind of writing.
William Shakespeare wrote many poems.
Pole. A pole is a long, thin stick made of wood or metal that supports things.
The flag was hanging from the flagpole.
Remove. To remove something is to take it away.
I removed the nail from the board.
Safety. Safety means to be the condition of being safe and free from danger.
For his own safety, he was placed in a car seat.
Shoot. To shoot is to fire something like a bullet at someone or something.
The hunter raised his gun to shoot at the target.
Sound. To sound means to make a noise.
The alarm clock sounded and woke us all up.
Swim. To swim is to move through water.
I love to swim in the ocean.
Web. A web is a home made by a spider.
Mom cleaned the spider webs out of the garage.
Block. A block is a solid piece of wood, stone, or ice.
I saw a block of ice on the floor.
Cheer. To cheer is to give a loud shout of approval or encouragement.
The crowd all cheered when the home team won.
Complex. If something is complex, it has many small parts. It is hard to understand.
A jigsaw puzzle can be complex because it has so many pieces.
Critic. A critic is someone who gives their opinions about movies, books, plays, etc.
The wine critic tasted the wine so he could give his opinion.
Event. An event is something that happens, especially something important.
Finishing high school was a major event in his life.
Exercise. To exercise is to run or play sports so that you can be healthy.
You should exercise every day.
Fit. If something fits, it is small enough or the right size to go there.
The colorful eggs fit into the box.
Friendship. Friendship is the relationship between people who are friends.
Michael and Lisa have a very strong friendship with each other.
Guide. A guide is someone who shows you where to go.
We followed a guide at the park.
Lack. If there is a lack of something, there is not enough of it.
His only problem is a lack of money.
Passage. A passage is a long area with walls that goes from one place to another.
The long passage led us to the other side of the field.
Perform. To perform is to do something in front of people who watch.
He will perform a song for the class.
Pressure. Pressure is what you apply to make someone do something.
They put pressure on him to change his mind.
Probable. If something is probable, it is likely to happen.
It is probable that you will get a good grade if you study for the test.
Public. If something is public, it is meant for everyone to use.
I went to the public park to play with my friends.
Strike. To strike someone or something is to hit them.
She struck the other girl in the face.
Support. To support something is to like it and help it be successful.
Everyone at work supports the new plan.
Task. A task is work that someone has to do.
Who has the task of building the brick wall?
Term. A term is a word for something.
I often use the term oops when I make a mistake.
Unite. To unite is to get together to do something.
If we unite, we can finish our project faster.